my scrappy friends. I have a fun layout for you today, and I am going to be doing the Hump Day Challenge for this week from Victoria Marie's Facebook page. The new design team. I shouldn't say our, but since I'm on the design team, I guess it's our new design team. The new design team on the Victoria Marie Challenge page group is starting now, and so this is the first challenge that has been done by one of the design team members. And so the challenge is to do a before and after photo. So I kind of am doing a spin on this, and I'll explain that a little bit later after. Right now I'll kind of start talking about what I'm doing. So I wanted to play with paint, because I'm going to be using the Amy Tan Rise and Shine collection, and I love that combo of pinks and orange and yellows. I love the way that looks. So I had gessoed this background paper from the Rise and Shine collection, and it's just a gray with the hearts, and I actually had never planned on using that. I actually really wanted to use the other side, and sometimes, every once in a while, I will just have an idea, and I just have to use the paper in a different way, which is good, because even though the other side would have been just as beautiful on a layout, using this paper in a different way just makes it all the more unique, I think. So I'm just mixing the different colors, and I'm trying to get in this section it to blend well so it looks like it's blending. I wasn't extremely happy with the way that this pink was. I used two pinks. I used like a pink that I had, but it was just it wasn't bright enough for me. Go figure, it wasn't bright enough for me. And then I had like a neon pink, but that was more translucent. So as you can see, it kind of started to take coming off of the gesso, and so I wasn't too happy about that. But I mean, it looks pretty in person, so it looks maybe a little bit more washed out. Oh, sorry guys, I hit the mic. I hit the mic. So it's not as washed out as it looks, and you'll see, and you can't tell that much. So I'm using a texture paste here, and this one is a Teresa Collins, and it's a little bit thinner than some of the other ones that I've used. It's almost, I want to say like frosting, maybe like a really thin frosting. I don't know. I mean, it's really, really smooth, and I love that, but I don't think it holds up really well if you have a large space. So I didn't mind using it here, and maybe if I hadn't used the paint in it, but I really wanted it colored. And I love to do this. I love to add paint, because paint isn't as watered down as like a spray. I mean, I could have used my powders that I have from the Miriam Smith powders for the sprays and stuff that I have, and that probably would have worked too, but I was lazy and I didn't feel like getting it out since I already had my paint out. So I'm just using bits and pieces of that stencil because I didn't want the whole thing, but I really did like the more sketchy type of lines and stuff, and there's some arrows on there that I add, and I just made sure that I used the orange yellow color in the pink area and the pink and the orange color just to kind of have your eye see it, so it adds dimension and all that fun stuff. So I wanted to add another element of mixed media, but I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do. And then I remembered that I had this acetate piece from an old Scraptastic kit, and this is from Bella Boulevard, and it's like super colorful. It's really, really pretty. It's like almost a like turquoisey color, but it's kind of blue. And I would have never thought to add blue to yellow and orange and pink unless I was doing a rainbow. But I wouldn't have thought to do that. That wasn't my intention when I started this. But it just, with that stenciling that I had already done previously, with that orangey yellow color, it just looked perfect. I don't know. It was just, it called out to me. So, which happens sometimes, and I mean, That's what you want when you're doing a layout. I think that's what I like. When I'm doing a layout and I see something that I hadn't thought of and it just calls out to me and I'm like, yes, that's perfect. I love that when that happens because it just makes me feel like, yes, I don't know. I hate when I'm doing the layout and it just doesn't feel right and like it takes the whole layout to get it to feel right. I like it when it just like I have those moments of boom, this feels right. Boom, this feels right. Obviously, that doesn't always happen, but this time it was. So I wanted to layer some of these papers, but I didn't want tons of the papers to show up because they're really busy, and I really do want you to be able to see the background because it's pretty. So, and because I'm going to put the photos up in that corner, I wanted there to be like a shelf for them to sit on. So that's what I'm thinking about when I cut this paper. And then I think, well, maybe I can put it off to the side, and I kind of play around with a different direction, but really I wanted it to sit on a shelf because I don't want it to feel like that photo is going to just slip off the page. Obviously it won't, but sometimes that's the way your eye interprets things when you're looking at a layout and your photo is just like up near the top and everything. Because of the stenciling up above, there was really nothing underneath it except for that other grouping of stencils. But I just really felt like it needed that shelf. So, anyway. And then I add another piece of that yellow just to kind of add the colors that I have in the background. And that's really what I was thinking, is that I wanted to mirror the colors from the background with my papers, which is why I chose those colors. So now I'm just looking and thinking about what I want to add to move that shelf over just even a little bit more, because I knew I was going to do some journaling, and it's really hard to journal on acetate. I mean, you can if you find a marker, but I was really not wanting to do that. So I remembered that I still had some of the journaling cards, and I found this grid one with the chevrons, and I really like that. And even though it adds an extra color, like there's no green in this, I feel like it's just playful enough that it works. So, and then I decided to add that piece of camera washi tape, and that has some greens and stuff in it, so it kind of mirrors that. So I put them up in the corners, and I add a little bit more tape because I felt like stuff was going to come off this acetate. That's the only thing I don't like about using a big piece of acetate. So hopefully it doesn't fall off in my page protector when I get it in a page protector. That reminds me, I need to buy page protectors. I don't know. Are you guys like that? Do you guys store your stuff in page protectors, or do you just leave it out? I really like to get my stuff in page protectors. I'm like weird like that because I feel like I'm going to spill something on it. And with 3 little kids, I mean, that's not uncommon, and a dog. So, I mean, and I keep all my stuff, it's all out in the living room. So I would rather it not get ruined. But I'm all out of page protectors. So I guess I need to buy some. Anyway, so I'm using some of the like ephemera pieces and stuff from the Stitch collection. I have tons of stuff still left from, well, I say tons. I have some stuff left from that collection, and I really want to get it used because I have more stuff coming that is new, and I haven't bought new stuff in a while, so I'm really excited to use it, but I want to use my old stuff too because, and since it works, these 2 collections work really, really well together. She was pretty smart that way to do it, maybe she didn't mean to do it that way, but I'm pretty sure she did. So I'm going to work on the title, and I'm going to put it up in that corner and then over top of the other journaling card. And I use those LE Studio stickers, which it is on screen. It's really hard to see. Well, I don't know. Maybe you guys can see it a little better blown up because I just have a smaller window. But I think on the screen it's kind of hard to see, but in real life you can see it. It does stick out. That blue is enough to stick out. But these Dear Lizzie thickers worked perfect because I had the ombre, the pink and yellow ombre ones. Oh my gosh, those are gorgeous. They're gorgeous. So, and then I used some pink just to kind of mix it up because I didn't have all just the ombre ones for every single letter. So the name of the title is Playing Hair Salon, and the reason why it is called that is because my daughters decided they were going to play hair salon not quite 2 years ago. Lonnie had just gotten her hair shaved all the way off because her hair was falling out, and Kaden had mentioned, that's the one who cut her hair, that she wanted short hair like her sister. And I think she was wanting to do it because she knew that it was such a stressful thing for her sister. And so they just decided to cut her hair. And she had, I mean, you can see you'll see in the close-ups, she had really long hair. Like, it was just about to her butt. And I almost had a heart attack. Oh my gosh. I was like, ah! I mean, like, what do you do? And then you realize it's just hair, and it'll grow back, but oh my gosh. So yeah, but that smile on her face, yeah. She was like, look, Mom, look what I did. I cut my hair. Don't I look so pretty? So, how do you be mad with that? I don't know. You really can't. So I hope you guys enjoyed this layout. Go check out the challenges over at Victoria Marie's Facebook page, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.